There we go. There we go. So warm welcome. I'm so delighted to have you. It's such a support, and it's an honor, and it's just so much fun to be able to meet like this here and there in the world. It's just so amazing. So Lori, you're in one place, and Thorhildur, you're in another country. So if you please could introduce yourselves first, and yeah, where you are, and about the first peek into the book. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So I'm Lori Handlers. I am in Phoenix, Arizona, USA. Um, and I first peeked into the book just an hour ago.
Hmm.
And I'm excited for you. I'm a sex and intimacy coach. I call myself a sex and happiness coach. And and I peeked into the book into chapter 23, which is about sex. Like, what is sex?
Hmm.
It's a good inquiry. It's a great question. And I'll just say, I'm really proud of you. I'm really excited for you to have a book. It means something. I have a book called Sex and Happiness. So it means something to have a book, but it also means something to put yourself out there, like in an intimate way, to share with, you don't know who, the most intimate parts of your life. So I'm excited for you, proud of you, and I share the feeling. Like I was reading it and I was going, oh.
That's great.
So that I'm complete. I'll stop with that.
Great. We'll share some more. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Thorhildur. Yeah.
Yes. Hi. I'm Thorhildur. I am in Reykjavik, Iceland. I'm not a professional in this arena yet, but I'm sure I will be someday.
Mm-hmm.
I met Matilda in a couples training, so we've had some conversation in this theme before. Yeah. So I read some parts of the book today, and I'm very excited on your behalf, and also honored that you're offering this forward to the world, and the forewords where you're describing this, like you say, a personal offering. It's the journey of revealing so much of yourself, and I was just so like thankful and grateful that you do this, and it's inspiring, and I'm glad you're doing it, and I'm really honored to be offered to be here in this space to share. Thank you very much. And the book is very exciting, and I'm excited to read the rest of it. I've only read one chapter, so I can't wait to read the rest.
Great. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Wait, I actually didn't say how we met.
No, you
I
can
didn't say.
connect
Yeah,
that.
we met because you organize ISTA, International School of Temple Arts, in Iceland.
Yeah.
And I think you and I met before I actually came to Iceland. We met in Israel. So
Yes.
we're international people, So I met you in Israel, and then I came to Iceland 2 times. And now I want to come back to Iceland because of you. And because how would I have ever known to go there until I met you?
Yeah.
So thank you. Yeah, so I had the privilege of facilitating 2 courses in Iceland, and I saw the Northern Lights. So I thank you for that miracle in my life.
Yeah, it was a massive week of Northern Lights every day. It was awesome.
Wow. Wow.
Extraordinary.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to share some more. So we're going to complete for now, and we're going to keep sharing. So thank you for now.
Thank you.
So we are going to share some more around the chapter 23, where the topic, like one piece that I brought up is what is sex and what is intimacy. And it's such a exciting inquiry, and also reflections, just other reflections from having read the content. And yeah, where should we start? Where do you want to start?
Well, I want to say that I like the inquiry of what is sex and what is intimacy. What does it mean? Are you sexy with yourself? Are you intimate with yourself? Does it have to involve another person? And then you also bring up energetic sex. Like you bring up the whole energy connection. Like wow, you could have energy orgasms with a person, be completely intimate, have like massive connection, and you never touched.
And how, you know, I had no idea about that, you know, some years ago. It's like huge. It's so awesome. I don't think that is out there really, the possibility. Is it?
No,
You know.
no. I think most people, I just don't, the level that you're talking about, the level of connection that you're talking about, I don't think, you know, the majority of the population of Earth knows anything about what you're talking about,
Mm, mm.
which
And
is
I've
why
only
it's
had like glimpses of it, so I haven't really experienced it like you describe it.
mm. But what's so awesome is to bring forth that my body, for example, it's been a journey, you know. So it's like a practice journey of opening the body, and that we have like an energy body, that when energy can flow, we can actually enjoy a lot more, and sense other beings and sense ourselves in a whole other level. It's like extraordinary.
I'd have to say for me that I'm trying to think. I don't even know when the first time was that I was aware of energetic sex. Probably right around the time that I joined being a faculty of Vista. So it's around 2014 or something. But I've had probably more intense connection and total transformational experience with not having intercourse with someone, but with actually just breathing with them and letting go of the boundary of skin, like the energy, what you're talking about, the energy body. My experience is I've had incredible intimacy with many, many people, and it's been safe sex. It hasn't been, you know, it's been honorable. It's been transformative. It's been restorative, and it didn't involve what people think of. When people think of sex, they think of like intercourse, you know, this, it goes like this. It hasn't involved anything like that. And it's been with people I love. It's been with men. It's been with women. It's been with people who consider themselves gender bending. Like it didn't matter because it didn't cross my boundaries. I didn't feel in any way violated or trespassed or anything. It just felt like energy wise something happened.
It's extraordinary, and it's so beautiful, and it's so amazing that it exists, you know, that it's possible to train your body in this way.
But it has to be something more, like it has to be, the mind has to come into it, and like the soul or heart has to be playing as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think mind or I don't know about mind. Mind is so funny, but maybe it has to kind of not be in the way.
Move.
Like in a way, like turning off mind and allowing.
Right.
I would describe it as like sensing, like using the body instead of the mind in a way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. The mind is a meaning-making machine, and so we have to suspend it sometimes and just go, don't worry about what this means. Don't try to make it anything that it isn't. Just go with the flow of the energy and see. Like it's kind of like going over the rapids in a river. Just going like, oh my God, I have to paddle, you know, or I have to balance something. So it's more like that. It's more like balance than it is trying to like go with the meaning of what the mind is making. Plus, I don't think the body and the mind are separate, but the mind likes to think it is. You know?
Well, we could talk about that for a week, probably. Thorhildur, some reflections from peeking into the book from where you sit.
I'm just so excited to read the rest and like dive into this journey more. Like I feel like I'm started and I'm on the way, and I know some people who are also there. So I'm like, okay, yes, people are liking this. So I'm just really excited. I mean, I do meditate and do yoga, so I get a sense of it. But using like you described, like using sex and your sexual energy and your body, being in your body that way to like awaken your life energy makes so much sense. I mean, it's like you described, it's the same. It's this sexual energy is the life energy, and they cannot be separated.
And we you know, it's so funny that the most powerful energy flow we have, what we are, we're not talking about, and we're not mentioning, and we're like close in there. So it's about like allowing and sharing and having it more visible and like that in some way.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, that's the big piece. Like if people would wake up to that, they would spend a lot less time fretting over other things that aren't even important. But you know, something that is amazing, why it's so important, why this energy is so powerful, because the odds are against that any of us would be here. You know, the fact that any sperm would impregnate, you know, fertilize a zygote, and then a person would become born. It's like 400 billion to one that I don't know the exact number. My partner does, but I'm not going to go out and get him and say. But there's this ridiculously big number that says that most sperms die. They don't fertilize anything, and an egg doesn't get fertilized. So the fact that, Matilda, you have 4 children, you know, the fact that they would be born, the fact that we would be born, the 3 of us, that's a miracle. And that because most times there's no connection of those things. So that energy that causes us to be born, and we don't really even know how or why that came about. But here we are as the miracles that we are. That energy is so powerful that it could produce us. So it's got to have reverence, and you know, it's been looked at as being something dirty and hidden, and it's not. It's so powerful. But I think that's why. I think in the effort to control, it's been reframed as something negative, so that we wouldn't really access how powerful we are.
But that's such an exciting journey, because how do societies and groups live, you know, in their full power? You know, how healthy can we be when we have the stream open of life energy in our bodies? You know, that's healthy. You know, that's what healthy look like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's so good that you've written this book.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's why it's so good that you make love every day. That's why it's so good that you honor. Like, here's how I see it. I see the book as honoring your natural being on this planet as both the animal and the human. You know, like we're privileged. We have this thing. You know, this frontal cortex that makes meaning of everything. But we have this great body that feels everything. And I love that you're honoring, and that you do honor it with your partner, that you make love every day, and you honor it with yourself, that you make love to yourself. Like when you first told me that, I just said, yes, that's how we connected. You said to me, you know, I make love with David every day. We made an agreement. And I just went, thank you.
Yes.
And it's been very exciting, and it's exciting because the book making has been a journey of what pieces could I share, you know, what parts can I kind of bring out, and then I mix it with my bodily experience while writing. So that's been very beautiful and sensual, and so that also brings this question up: what, you know, what is what is being sensual, for example? I like this question. That is something that has aroused in me, that to feel beautiful or to, you know, essential sex. You know, yeah, there's so many questions. How would you explain to be like sensuality, for example?
Well, I have a stock answer.
Oh, okay. I don't.
Yeah, my stock answer is, if we were, this isn't like a Laurie-ism that people, you know, I've said it before. If we were not meant to feel pleasure, to me, sensuality is feeling pleasure, is being able to distinguish different sensations in and on the body. And if we were not meant to feel pleasure, we would have been born in metal, wood, or glass. But
That's so funny.
But we're born in skin, the largest sensory organ. So sensual is being in skin, feeling skin, and then going deeper and feeling sensation, identifying sensations inside and out. You know, and this is different, and this is different, and this is different, and right now I'm feeling this, and you know, like to be alive. It's like, to me, sensuality is like the epitome of being alive.
You want to connect with that, Thorhildur?
Well, I think of sensuality something like being able to flow and like being in the flow. To let to you know, feel your own flow, but that's back to feeling. But there has to be some kind of opening to it, because you can't be sensual if you're like completely in your mind. You have to be at least in some way soft or open to what's coming, what sensations there are. So
I think you're sharing about the key now here.
Oh,
like a key of getting into being sensual is the presence, is the softness, is the like the attention of the sensing. Beautiful.
Going from here to here.
Ooh, here. I like that.
To be here, not up here all the time.
Oh, like coming from here.
Yeah, exactly.
And what is then, what would your take be, Laurie, on this with, you know, is intimacy the same as sex? Can you be intimate without calling it sex, or is it the same thing to be, you know, where does it start and end? Does it start and end? It's just, that's like the inquiry in the chapter also.
I feel that intimacy can be had at any moment, at any time, but it depends on where I'm coming from. It's kind of like what Thorhildur just said about going with the flow. If I'm unafraid, I can go into a store and have intimacy with the person checking me out. Do you know? I mean, like, I don't mean they're checking me out. I mean, like, you know, I'm buying something and we have a moment where we lock eyes and it's intimate. I can walk down the street and be intimate if I choose to be with anyone. Now, they may not know me, there may not be anything, but there's this flow. I don't think sex is required for intimacy, and yet making love in a sexual way can contribute to the deepest intimacy with myself, and it can contribute to the deepest intimacy that I have with another. So they're interlocked, but they don't. I can have sex with someone and not be intimate at all.
Whoa, that's also interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I could just have a one night stand, and it was like, you know, I was doing something, I was using my body, and I was maybe
Mm-hmm.
using somebody else's body, but I didn't give up any of me,
Mm-hmm.
who I really am, or maybe the transpersonal, like I didn't give up any of like my humanity. I just rubbed some skin together with somebody.
But that's really, I'm really curious now. So what opens up then for the intimacy? What is like the key into intimacy?
It's vulnerability.
Mm.
I think it's vulnerability. I mean, you just asked that and boom, that word was right there. It's vulnerability. If I'm going to be intimate with someone, I'm going to share something
Mm-hmm.
vulnerable that puts me a little bit at risk.
Mm.
My
Mm.
feelings, my
Mm-hmm.
personhood, my safety, my trust,
Mm.
looking into my soul,
Mm. Mm.
that's intimacy.
Mm.
And sex doesn't necessarily connote that.
Mm. It can and does not have to.
Exactly.
And it's like some quality levels difference in the experience there.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
The word that came to me was presence, like being present in the moment. Because I think you could be intimate, well, through being present, but like maybe deciding not to be too vulnerable. Like I'm here with you, I'm intimate with you, but I'm not gonna be too vulnerable. Like there could be a little bit gap there.
Mm.
But I think presence is like if you're saying walking down the street, and I'm gazing at the people, but I won't lock eyes with anybody. I will see their eyes, but we're not looking into each other's eyes because I'm not present. I'm thinking about something else. But if I'm walking down the street being in my body and I'm aware of the people who are there, then I might see somebody, and then we get this connection. If I'm present with whatever it is that I'm observing or is in front of me.
I got that.
Very powerful. That's very powerful.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
And that's the same with a one night stand. You could be there, but not present.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very, very easy. Maybe the easiest in
Yeah.
a way to
Yes.
to have mind do whatever it does and the body
Yep.
do another thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I could do that. I mean, when I found Tantra, I couldn't do that anymore. I could do that up to a point in my life, and
Mhm.
then I couldn't do that anymore.
Mhm.
Like, just everything changed.
Mm.
So the presence piece
Yeah.
and the intimacy
Mhm.
piece and the vulnerability piece, all of that changed when I found the study of Tantra.
Mm.
I can see how that happened.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
I got the question the other day about eyes. You know what happens when we, you say, if I'm not intimate when I don't lock eyes, or I don't.
Mhm.
So what happens with these eyes? What you know
Mhm.
what is eye gazing really? What is that? It's just exciting. You have a
Well, I think eye gazing is, the eyes, they say the eyes are the window to the soul. So I feel like eye
Mhm.
gazing we allow someone to see. Intimacy, they say that the word intimacy is into me, see.
Mhm.
So if I let you see me, it's like not only do I get undressed, but if I let you gaze into my eyes, I'm really
Mhm.
undressed.
Mm,
Mhm.
mm, mm,
You're there. You're present. You're like showing up.
mm,
If you're
mm,
looking at somebody, I'm like, I'm here. I see you. You
mm.
can see me. Totally different statement.
But isn't this also funny a little bit? Because how much do we do that? We're like so polite, we look away. There's
Mhm.
not much, we're not very trained in being intimate then, in
Mhm.
being just there and just
Mhm.
allowing for perhaps pleasure or whatever it is that's happening, but to allow oneself to be intimate, we're not practicing that a lot, are we?
Mhm. No. And you
Mm,
have to be vulnerable to allow people to see your eyes.
mm,
Like that's a vulnerable act
mm,
to to have your eyes available for somebody to look into them.
mm,
It's funny because in India, people stare and I stare back. So when I come back to the West, I have to train myself again to not, to like look down. Because when in India, I find people really just look. And so I look back.
Wow.
There's more permission to look.
Wow.
And I don't find that there is in the
But
Western
is
countries.
that like, does it become intimacy? Is the staring, does it become more
It
intimate?
could.
All that?
It could.
Mm-hmm.
It could be mistaken also.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Um, I don't know. I just have found it to be crazy to look away. When I'm in India, I have to look. If people are looking at me, I'm looking back.
Mm.
Is it like people in the streets or like somebody you
Yes,
know?
everywhere,
Oh,
everywhere.
wow.
Mm.
It's permissible to look at people, to look at each other. Here we've because sort of shut
Mm-hmm.
things down. Someone looks at us and we
Mm-hmm.
look down.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
and it took something to like really look at people when I went there. I just was like, wow, what are they staring at? And then I just went, well, I'm gonna just stare back. And then and then I just say hello. Hello. Part of it is I think because, right now it's more brown, but usually I'm blonde. I feel like that's an oddity there. But I
Mm.
don't know. I can explain it in many ways. But when I go, I really look back.
Mm-hmm.
And I find it to be, I like it better. I like it. I like looking at people.
Mm.
Yes, I think that like connecting it to the chapter and back to like sexual energy, I think that people who have their sexual energy flowing and have like there's movement in them and they're open, they're available to look into their eyes. But do you see people who are probably experiencing shame and closing off around their sexual energy? They don't let you look into their eyes.
Mm.
Hmm.
That's very
Yeah, I'm
interesting.
not, su-
And
I'm
how
not
come?
sure that's true culturally, but I do agree with that.
Mm.
Yeah. And how would you explain that, Thorildur? Why would that be?
Mm. I think one part of it could be that mm, like when there's shame around sex and we're saving it and we're we don't want to use it too much, then there's this could be like being afraid of connection. Like it feels they're afraid of the intimacy and like what that could entail.
Mm.
So we're like the mainstream is programmed to kind of stay distant a little bit,
Mm.
keep a little distance, unless you're like, okay, and now I'm gonna flirt with this person, and then I hope I'll get to have sex with her. Then I'm gonna look into her eyes.
Mm.
Otherwise, I won't.
We need to like recondition everything here
Yes,
to be a lot more freer,
yes,
in being like
yeah,
intimate and have each other feel a
mm-hmm.
lot better.
Yeah. Not be so afraid of the
Mm.
connection,
Mm.
and then maybe vulnerability is back again. Like
Mm.
people, they're they don't want to be brave and vulnerable.
Mm.
They just want to stay small and closed off.
Also, what I noticed with myself is that I had no idea you could feel this way. I had all these different programmings of that, for example, sexual energy needs to be taken away. Like if it
Mm-hmm.
comes, you have to kind of close it down or do something
Mm-hmm.
with it to have it closed and be over. And uh, what what I have found now is that I can circulate the energy and have it just be there. So then I can be also be intimate with people, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like swimming around in bliss or in a beautiful feeling. But
Wow.
this has been like a journey to get there,
Mm-hmm.
that I had not known
Mm-hmm.
was available.
When you say that, I know that about you.
Mm,
Like you're saying that, and I'm going, yes, that's my experience of you.
mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. And also to expand you know, I didn't know that feeling pleasure is like a muscle you can actually train. You can like be more in pleasure and expand your like being able to allow pleasure. And that can be like a gate into transformation and development. How awesome is that?
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question for you, Matilda. Why do you want the world to know this?
Yeah, that's a really good question. One is just built into my whole system that we are here to like lift up and share good
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of who I am. So
Mm-hmm.
over the years, when I have gotten the question, you live that, what are you doing? You know, it's amazing. Yeah, share. And it's been frustrating because I have not known how to do it. So this is an attempt now to kind of describe how it feels on the inside, to kind of give it away. And at the same time, I have no idea it's just funny. I've just like grasped, okay, I'm going to write about this. And then I just write the chapter and it's not changed, you know? So at the same time, I don't know, will it be anything that someone can read with this kind of like talking language, poetic, something that, you know, it kind of just becomes whatever it becomes. And also, however it lands out there, I have no idea what that will do for people. I feel like it's like a painting. I'm just sending it away, and you do whatever you do. You hang it on the wall or you don't, or you know, like that. And
Exactly.
yeah, and but in the same time, I'm also really worried. I'm just, you know, like I'm that scared of whatever, you know, what will happen now. So that's why this invitation of sharing with you, for example, is, woo, it supports this. Yeah. Yeah.
Reassures.
Yeah. So the question, back to the question, why? In one way, it would be a lot easier to put it in a drawer now.
Please don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot easier in a way, because I'm really like well, that's who I love, for people to you know, straighten out the wings. I don't know the English words, but to open their wings, you know,
Yeah,
and
that's yours.
yeah, to show the
Let
whole of
yourself
them.
fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'd love for people to do that. So this is my doing that, you know, like if I tell you who I am really, it's like coming out of the closet really, you know. But it's so funny because it's about just feeling good things, you know. It's nothing wrong, you know, but still it feels like, oh, I'm dying. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
understand. I
yeah.
definitely understand. Yeah. Very exciting.
I'm glad you're doing it anyway. I'm not gonna put it in a drawer.
Exactly.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. I would love to see. I just want more softness, intimacy, like walking around, having everyday life be in this allowance of feeling and being seen, and you know. So I I this is what we are developing into in my. We have not been wiser. We have not known how to do it, but now we're finding more and more ways of like creating that and have that happen. So this is like a gift into, yeah, having more bliss around. Mm.
Have you known about people doing like the same experiment, like you made the promise of having sex daily? Was it like
Yeah,
other people have done this, right? Like,
I have no idea about that. What it started
okay.
out with, yeah, we'll have Laura's answer too,
Yeah.
but this started out for us with my partner coming with an article
Yeah.
about an Icelandic couple who did that. That was 2008. And maybe sometimes I will get to know them if they listen to but I don't know that. But that article made us, you know, I got an invitation from my partner to try it out. So that's where it started, and then all this activity had such an amazing effect on my body. all of a sudden I had all these different orgasms, and our conflicts became shorter because we wanted to be able to get together. And my complaint about not having enough touch, it completely disappeared. Yeah, so a lot of like good things for us. Yeah. So Lori, you have
Yeah, I told you that I know one other couple. When you told me, I think I told you I knew of one other couple. They were studying Tantra at the same time I was, and they became Tantra teachers. Right now they're retired. Their names are Dick and Antoinette Azimus. And I interviewed them on my podcast a long time ago, and they told me that they made love every single day, no matter what, in the morning. And that the other thing they did was they alternated who planned it. So every other day she would plan something, and on the other days he would plan something. And if someone didn't feel like, so on days that they travel, they would get up extra early because they still were going to have sex. And they would plan it different things so that they would get out of their comfort zone. And there wasn't, they relinquished the right to say no. They agreed that they would always say yes. They said yes. And then if someone didn't feel like it, they would confront that. They would work it out. And you have something like that, Matilda. You told me that you have something where you say hell yes, even if it's a challenge, like when you went hunting in South Africa. Like you have some kind of an agreement to trust that the person is inviting you to something that they really, really want to share with you, even though it's something you didn't want to do. And that's how they viewed their sex life, these two people. And I have to tell you that when I was interviewing them, I was like this. Like, because they surprised me, you know, and I felt that was such a great plan. And so, you know, then Matilda disclosed this to me when we met, and I, you know, soon after we met, and I was just like, that's awesome. You know, so I love it. And the idea of the conflicts becoming less because you keep to love faster and faster, because oxytocin is what's produced in the body when you touch each other, and oxytocin is the love feeling. So it's like, of course the conflicts become less.
Yeah,
oxytocin is like more important than being right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it becomes two people committed, you know. It's not one committed, the other one is also committed. So like solving an irritation also becomes both individuals are committed and want to kind of get into neutral to be able to meet, you know, faster.
So yeah, so that's the only other couple that I know. Now you know another one from Iceland that I didn't hear of, but this couple is in the Midwest of the United States. I don't speak to them often, but on that occasion when I was interviewing them, I was like, you know, that stopped me in my tracks, and I went, I like that. That's smart. That's so good. I'm impressed. That's not what I was doing.
And in a way, I also want to just raise the possibility of it. In a way, it doesn't matter if it's with a partner or without a partner. It's
right.
You know, can I allow myself to spend time in pleasure and with my eros, myself, or with, you know, daily, or, you know, like have more of it. That's kind of the amazing, yeah.
Well, I can give you all the health reasons why our bodies need it. We need oxytocin, we need serotonin, we need endorphins, and we need dopamine. And you can get most of that by running. But I prefer to be in connection with myself or with a partner. I love running, but it just doesn't.
Run to make sex, you know.
That's so funny. I just shared on Instagram something like with all the 4 hormones, and then like tips on how you can do each of them. And then one person I know who also knows Matilda replied and said, or you could just have sex. And that would cover all of them.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
We're going to start to wrap up our sharing time together. So any last words or reflections?
Yeah, I want to read the whole book.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's my last words. I want the whole book.
I want to do the experiment.
Yay, yay.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Find out for myself.
Yeah, see what
my
happens.
own body.
Yes, beautiful.
Very good.
Thank you so much for being here, for sharing with me. It supports the whole birthday of the whole creation. Thank you so much, my dear.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. What a pleasure.
Thank you for now.